Well, as we were saying earlier, one of the South Africans who are part of the global summit flotilla is Chief Ndileka Mandela. The Mandela family is tonight calling for urgent intervention from government following the Israeli interception of those vessels that were trying to deliver aid to Palestinians in Gaza and break the siege. Let's speak now with Mandela family member and cousin to the Chief, Ndileka Mandela. Good to have you with us on the program, ma'am. I know you're joining us by phone this evening. I would imagine, am I right, that this is quite a distressing time for you as a family?
Yes, it is. I mean, I hardly slept. I'm really emotionally drained. Not to be able to speak to your relative that you know has been abducted. It's not an easy thing. When
last did you hear from Chief Ndileka Mandela?
Well, Mandela keeps us updated on a daily basis, via WhatsApp. And the last time I had read the message was 2 days ago. One of the messages that he sends on a daily basis, until last night when I got the SOS message that the Israeli, they are approaching the flotilla.
And we then saw a video that he had made, which was posted on social media, basically confirming what you're saying, that they were being intercepted by the Israeli forces. Since then, has the family received any word on his whereabouts and, most importantly, his state of well-being?
No, we haven't. I mean, none of them, no one can contact any of the people that have been intercepted, because they don't have phones. I spoke to Mandela's mom. They don't have phones. They were asked to throw their phones in the water in the one video I saw. So we can't communicate with them. We have not been able to communicate with Mandela.
And what is the family's main concern right now? As you're saying, you've not had communication with him for at least 24 hours now. What are the thoughts that are racing through your minds?
For me, I would sleep easy if I would not only talk to Mandela, but have what we call proof of life. See him and speak to him.
And are you getting help? Pardon me, please finish your point, ma'am. I think we lost you because you are on a phone line.
I was saying, I say that in the same manner that when they got, blockaded and stopped in Egypt, I picked up the phone and I called him via video call because I told him I want to see your face. In a similar manner, I would like to see his face for me to be, sleep easy to know that he is fine.
Do you believe
right
that
now it's unsettling because we haven't been able to speak to him.
Right, and do you believe that the Israelis would cause him any harm?
Your guess is as good as mine, Timmy. I mean, if one has to judge by what has been happening to the Palestine on a daily basis, I don't know where I sit. I'm just praying, and we are praying as a family that he will be safe.
And you've reached out, you've written a letter that I saw that was posted on your social media, directed to the likes of International Relations Minister Ronald Lamola. You're asking for urgent intervention to secure the release of Mr. Mandela and the rest of the members of this flotilla. Have you had any official communication with the South African government to update you as to what's going on? Because earlier there were statements suggesting that work is underway to secure their release.
Yes, for me, it's not really about getting a direct communication from them. What the president has issued is enough, that they are doing something. They are calling for their safe release. But other than that, outside of that, there's also mounting pressure globally for them to be released. There have been marches in Mexico and other countries that they need to be released. So I draw comfort from that it's not only the South African government, it's also other governments of the people that are in those flotillas that are demanding for their safe return. And also through our own contacts, family contacts, we have contacted different people that we know elsewhere to assist us in their safe return, to put pressure.
And were there conversations that you maybe had with Mr. Mandela or Chief Mandela and as a family about what would happen in the instance that the flotilla was intercepted, because previous missions of this kind have gone through the same process where at some point as they're near Gaza, Israeli forces approach, they get on the boats, they then detain the people, and then in some cases they would then be deported back home. That happened earlier this year with a similar flotilla which Greta Thunberg, who was part of this mission as well, was on.
Well, for me, I just, because Mandela has not been only on this quest with the Palestine now. Mandela has been on this quest for many years. If my memory serves me right, for more than 7 years. So it was no surprise for us as a family that he would take on a mission like this, even though when they were in Egypt, their passports were confiscated. I remember looking at him and he looked really dehydrated. But he knowingly knew the challenges that would come with such a mission. But for me, I'm really, really in awe and proud of him for taking a stand.
Mm-hmm. And on that point, the Palestinian cause was also very close to the heart of your grandfather, the late former President Nelson Mandela. In fact, one of his earliest meetings after his release from apartheid detention in the early 90s included a meeting with the Palestinian leader, who's also now late, Yasser Arafat. Now, Chief Mandela has taken up that mantle. What do you think it's going to take to change things around and end the suffering of Palestinians in Gaza? Because when Madiba was there initially, that was more than 30 years ago now, yet the situation, in fact, appears to have gone from bad to worse for the people of Gaza and parts of the West Bank.
For me, it's for the entire world to take charge, because, scenarios like this draw sharp focus on what Palestinians face on a daily basis. So if the entire world can be united in terms of fighting what is happening to the Palestinian people, I think we can be able to break the blockade. All the powers that be, we put all our efforts together to break the blockade and have even the humanitarian food. Because if you look at these flotillas, they are human rights activists that are bringing aid to destitute people. For the life of me, I don't understand why they have been arrested. But this is where we are right now.
Ndileka Mandela, the eldest granddaughter of the late former President Nelson Mandela, cousin to Chief Mandela Mandela, who's among the people detained by Israel when they were part of that Sumud flotilla that was approached by Israeli forces around this time last night.